Hello, my name is Sammy Mwedekeli at sammymwedekeli.com. I was born in a very average African family in Kenya. However, my parents, despite the meager resources, did not want me to be average. They had big ambitions for me. So they sacrificed everything they had to make sure that I received a decent education that would give me, they believed, a better grounding and chance of success in life. They continually instilled success values in me and encouraged me to achieve much more than they did when they were able to achieve in their own lifetime. I will forever be thankful to my parents for giving me a solid start and foundation in life. When I hit the age of 19, my strong ambitions, coupled with excellent performance in school and a bit of good fortune, led to a rare opportunity for me to go and study nautical sciences. Many years later, equipped with several certificates that declared me competent to navigate ships and possibly be a captain sometime, I confidently strode into the job market with dreams of earning big bucks while I was still young. I was fortunate to obtain employment almost immediately upon completion. Over the next several years, I worked for a number of international shipping lines. I also got married and started a family. The nature of my seagoing career was such that I was away from my young family for up to 9 months at a time. Every time I came back home, my wife and children were 9 months older. I would stay home for 2 months, and before I knew it, I was off again for another 9 months. I, the so-called head of the family, increasingly became a stranger in my own house. And to my young family, I realized that at that rate, I couldn't raise even a houseplant, never mind a family. Secondly, there was very little room for a career advancement or indeed personal growth. The farthest I could have advanced my seagoing career was to become a captain. Then what? Beyond captain, I could not see, I saw very little else an ambitious person like me could or look forward to. I saw nothing. I also learned the fact that no matter how hard I worked, I was getting paid no more, nor was I becoming wealthier. I was getting paid the same amount as other navigating officers in my position and in my company. The only people who were getting wealthy were the owners of the ships. They didn't do 10% of what I did on their ships. They didn't know 10% of what I knew about running ships or indeed managing ships. Yet, they made more money than I did. Later, I learned I was living their dreams and not my dreams. My dream was to one day be wealthy, but working on ships owned by somebody else was not going to do it for me. So I made a decision to move on and seek greener pastures. So I literally jumped ship. The move was not so easy. No sooner had I set foot ashore than I quickly discovered that my seagoing certificates were totally irrelevant and useless in helping me qualify for employment outside of ships. It became immediately evident that to have any chance of getting a job ashore, I had to acquire a new skill. So I was compelled, to a great expense, to enroll with a well-known, prestigious business school in London to study international trade, shipping, and finance. During my stint at the university, my wife was the sole breadwinner and a provider. To financially support her, I took up a part-time job as a taxi driver and sometimes a security guard at night on office blocks in the city of London. After I graduated with a master's degree, I went to work for a London-based international organization. I worked very hard and rose through the ranks to a position of an assistant director. Despite the fancy title, I felt undervalued, underpaid, and overworked. I was always struggling to make ends meet. I turned to loans to bridge the gap between the needs of my family and the shortfall in my finances. Whatever I earned simply went to meet family's basic needs and qualified me to acquire liabilities from the banks. The car, the TV, the house, the furniture I thought I owned actually did not technically belong to me. They belonged to the finance company and the banks that lent me the money to acquire them in the first place. Meanwhile, the grand dreams I had as a young man were getting further and further away from me. I didn't have time I could call my own. I gave most of it to my employer. I felt a deep desperation, this desperate cry for change within me. I felt I needed a drastic change if I was to achieve the dreams I had for my family, and maybe new employer that would pay me better. That was not a viable option either. At that time, the general economic situation was going through one of the worst or toughest downturns. To many, I was very fortunate to even have a job. And then in 1998, under extreme adverse circumstances, an opportunity presented itself. I once heard a motivational speaker, Mr. Dennis Wheatley, say, "Adversity carries with it the seeds of greatness." Looking back, I couldn't agree with this statement more anymore. My wife's health challenge led me to the opportunity that has given my family the time and the money freedom that we currently enjoy. When the opportunity was presented to me, I didn't see it. I saw problems. I saw a first-talking salesman walking down a street, knocking on doors, arm twisting reluctant clients to buy something they didn't want. I was very, very wrong. Later, much later, when it was presented to me for the second time by someone else, the results were different. I instantly saw freedom. I saw a way that could help me turn my dreams into reality. And with groundbreaking spirit I didn't realize I had, I grabbed it with both hands and set out on a quest to become the best I could be in my newfound career. I had just been introduced to network marketing and to a remarkable company called Forever Living Products. From the outset, I put my head down and learned as much as I could about network marketing, about the business, about leadership, about coaching and mentoring and other people who had similar aspirations as I had. I also began to observe people more keenly, particularly successful ones. I began to associate myself with people whose values I admired and shared. I read books that increased my intellectual capacity. Learning, practicing, and teaching these new skills and knowledge I had acquired, my life began to change dramatically. Put simply, I had found the vehicle that would take me to where I really wanted to take my life and that of my family. Within 5 short years, I had cleared all my debts. I had bought a house I could call my own, and I had put my finances back in shape. Over the following years, the business I had started in my kitchen expanded into other countries. Today, I enjoy a passive income from several countries. I'm often asked, why do I do what I do? Why do I need to push myself the way I do? The answer is very simple. Why not? Why should I not be the best that I can be? If I'm capable of it, why not find out how far my success spirit can take me? When I still have the vitality, why not use it to find out how much more I'm capable of producing? I want to expose my life to its full potential. Having said that, the ultimate reason why I do what I do is for my family. They are my priority. I have 2 daughters and a son. They've all completed their education. I made sure I gave them the best a parent could afford to give his or her children. We live in a beautiful home in the most sought after neighborhood. We also own a multitude of assets that generate regular monthly income and, of course, helping the family create a long-term financial security. Now, my motivation is to find, coach, and mentor others to meet their own success. My aim is to lead and to inspire them so that they can regain the self-confidence, self-belief that they too can do it. On my journey to success, I discovered that it's not all about money or car or the house, you or the material things you have. It's about living a fulfilled life, a life of meaning, of purpose, and of contribution. It's about touching and changing as many lives as possible. To this end, I'm always looking for people who want to change their circumstances, their lives, have the right mindset, have a positive attitude, and have big dreams, and above all, are prepared to work for it. If you are interested in what I do and want me to lead you to the success you deserve, click on the link below and let me know how I can help you. You can also prescribe to my regular business bulletin by simply completing the form below. You can also share this with your friends or relatives or people you think looking to change their lives and their economic circumstances. Have a great day and look forward to interacting with you soon. Thank you very much for listening.